Hello and welcome to the Rhythmic Gymnastics World Challenge Cup Series Beijing 2026. It is a pleasure to have your company wherever you are watching from today. We are in the indoor National Stadium in the heart of the capital city of the People's Republic of China. The World Challenge Cup of 2026 are returning as a series of 3 events. Since 2023, the World Challenge Cup events have had 2 annual competitions, but being in a new host city allows the series to become a staple in the Rhythmic Gymnastics calendar once more. The addition of being in Beijing attracts Asian gymnasts, creating more opportunities to gain experience on the world stage ahead of the World Championships later this year, held in Germany, Frankfurt, in August. What's rather exciting is with Beijing being a new host city, it aligns very nicely with many firsts for many of the gymnasts competing this weekend. In front of a home crowd, Wang Qi brought joy to the stadium as she took the all-around gold medal. A remarkable achievement given that she's first-year senior and she's not even 16 years old. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the first ever individual all-around win by a Chinese gymnast in the history of the World Cup or World Challenge Cup series. Sofiia Ilteriakova, who was the intermediate leader after day 1, took the silver medal, followed by Liliana Lewinska of Poland in a tight race for the bronze, where she finished just 0.15 ahead of Wang Qi of the People's Republic of China. So as you can see, it promises to be an exciting day of finals, with just tiny margins between the gymnasts at the top of the game. Lots of people in the audience gathered to watch the world's very best rhythmic gymnasts. And no doubt they'll be looking out for the history writing and current Olympic champions that took the all-around gold medal in Paris 2024, the group from the People's Republic of China. They also took the gold medal in this all-around competition this weekend and are looking to claim more golden moments. Now we will start with the individual hoop final, and here is your start list. The top qualifier going into today's finals was Wang Qi with a score of 28.6. Now, you should note, if you're fairly new to rhythmic gymnastics, that the gymnasts do not carry over their scores for today's competition. And so, figuratively speaking, this is an entirely clean slate for the gymnasts to leave a piece of their gymnastics on the carpet during each routine. A chance once more to make a mark on the World Challenge Cup scene. Each final is an individual routine and an individual opportunity to go for a podium place. Our final schedule starts with the 2 individual finals of hoop and ball, and then we will be treated to the 5 balls group competition. We'll then move back into an individual finals with clubs and ribbon and finish with our group combination apparatus a little bit later today.
Ladies and gentlemen, individual hoop apparatus final will begin soon. Now we start the presentation of finalists.
The arena looks amazing and we are ready to welcome our finalists. From Poland, it's Amelia Heichel. From Uzbekistan, Sevinch Muminova. Representing Russia, it's Sofiia Ilteriakova.
Australia.
From Australia, it's Miyabi.
Uzbekistan.
From Uzbekistan, it's
Natalya
Natalya Usova.
The People's Republic of China.
And from the People's Republic of China, it's Wang Qi.
Poland. Liliana Lewinska.
Liliana Lewinska from Poland.
Russian Federation.
And Arina Kovshova from Russia. During this hoop final, you should expect to see lots of apparatus difficulties with the gymnasts rolling the hoop across different body parts, spinning the hoop around the axis of the body, lots of high throws, risk combinations, catches out of sight, passing through the hoop. It's a very, very exciting piece of apparatus to start off our day. Gymnasts are judged on difficulty, which is split into two sections, the apparatus difficulty and the body difficulty. So the balances, pivots and leaps that you see the gymnasts completing all contribute to that body difficulty. They are also then judged on their execution, how they are performing their movements, and the artistry, stylistic features, musicality of their performance. This year, what's been a really great feature is the dynamic changes within the routine, so look out for those. And it looks like everyone in the audience is so excited for the start. So here it goes. Opening our competition today is 19-year-old Amelia Heichel from Poland. She's a very artistic gymnast, extremely enjoyable to watch. And she comes into this final with a qualification score of 26.950. A really strong finish there from Amelia Heichel. As you can see, she passed through the hoop and finished with a really strong moment. When you're looking at the risk elements, which is where the hoop is thrown in the air, you're looking for that trajectory of the hoop, making sure that it is placed in the right place for the gymnast to get to the hoop and catch it cleanly. There were a few moments within that routine where the trajectory was just a bit short and Amelia had to adjust her movements. Here is an example of one of those risk elements, catching in the backwards walkover out of sight, passing through the hoop. Again, another beautiful risk element, with the catch of her passing through. There's the roll and the one-handed cartwheel out of sight, and that really strong ending. Really showing her passion and artistic skills to the judges. She looks happy with that routine and start to her day. She will feature again on the carpet, so we will look forward to seeing her.
Amelia Heichel.
And the score is in, it's 26.3. Slightly down from the qualification, but nonetheless a very great start.
And next, please welcome Sevinch Muminova, representing Uzbekistan.
So we move through our competition. This gymnast represents Uzbekistan. Within this routine, there's some really creative dance steps, so watch out for those. It's Sevinch Muminova. A really strong routine there from Sevinch Muminova. It was going so well right until the end. That last risk, again, few trajectory issues. She just had to change the direction of her rotations underneath the flight of the apparatus in order to reach that hoop, but reach it she did. It's a really interesting piece of choreography. And there's a really nice wrist passing through the hoop. Here are the fouettes in the à la seconde position, the extended leg. This gymnast has very beautiful high releve, which is where she stands up on her toes. And here's that moment where she just had to change the trajectory to get the hoop. You should expect to see under the flight of the apparatus 2 rotations at least in order for it to be countable by the judges. So there will be some deductions within there. Yep. So her qualification score was 26.6, and today she has posted a 25.1. So slightly down on that difficulty.
And next, please welcome Sofiia Ilteriakova, Russian Federation.
Now we move through the competition to a gymnast who recently became the European champion with this piece of apparatus. Hoop seems to be the force of her season. She is becoming very well known for this routine this year. She's just 15 years old, and it's really impressive what she can do. It's Sofiia Ilteriakova. A great catch there to finish her routine. For such a small gymnast, she really launches the apparatus into the air, which allows her to have more time to complete more difficulty under the flight of the apparatus. She looks happy with the start of that for her competition, and we will see her feature in all 4 finals today. Really nice turning split leaps with the back bend, passing through the leap at the end. Here's an example of that risk element, throwing with the foot in an illusion turn and completing 3 forward rolls under the flight, passing through the hoop to make the catch. Again, just building that difficulty all the time. And there was that catch at the end. She really spotted the hoop to make sure that she finished with the apparatus, cleanly marking the end of her routine.
Sofiia Ilteriakova.
And the score is in, and it's up from qualification by 0.05. It's 27.7. Great score for her.
And next, please welcome Akiya Miyabi, representing Australia.
下面出场的是来自澳大利亚的运动员。
And we welcome our next gymnast to the floor. A really big moment for Miyabi Akiya from Australia, stepping onto the World Challenge Cup finals carpet. A really great routine there from Miyabi. It was really nice to see that distinctive character throughout the routine. Now, you may have been expecting Wang Qi in place of Miyabi. However, Miyabi was reserved 2 for this final. And to be called up as a reserve, it's such a big thing to collect your nerves and go out there and complete a clean routine. So she should be extremely proud of herself. Those turning leaps are beautiful in the oversplit position with the back bend. Spotting the apparatus in the chaîné turns. Catching without sight out of hands. Now, as I mentioned, she was reserve number 2, and Giovanna from Brazil was reserve number 1, but she fell ill during this weekend's competition, and we just send her our well wishes. The whole rhythmic gymnastics community does. Hopes that she recovers nicely and ready to compete very soon. Her score is in. Australia.
Final score 25.25.
25.25. Should be really pleased with that. Excellent showing on the World Challenge Cup carpet.
Sofiia Ilteriakova, Russian Federation. Hoop inquiry DB and DA has been submitted.
So what we're getting from the arena is that there has been an inquiry submitted for Russia's Sofiia Ilteriakova. Now, when you are inquiring on the score, you can only inquire on the difficulty score. So the judges need to review the body difficulty and the apparatus difficulty to make sure that the correct score was given. Now, as I mentioned,
next, please welcome Natalya
we were to see
Usova,
Wang Qi in the final,
Uzbekistan.
and we hope that all is well with her and send our well wishes to her too. But without further ado, we move on through our competition. This gymnast is 18 years old, and she actually had her birthday this month on the 9th of June. She is a gold medal team winner of the Asian Championships this year. It is Natalya Usova.
The rising moon, the setting sun, what's left to prove, what's won is be.
Oh, that's such a shame for Natalya Usova from Uzbekistan. What that demonstrates is how difficult the rolls on a rotation of the body catching out of sight really are.
Sofiia Ilteriakova, Russian Federation.
So we will see a deduction reflected in her score,
俄罗斯选手全
as the apparatus left the carpet twice during that routine.
未通过。
However, she didn't, as a gymnast, have to leave the carpet. Now we have confirmation that Sofiia Ilteriakova's inquiry was rejected and the score remains the same. There's that mishap with the catch on the roll and the illusion, and again on the walkover. Just not quite having the hand in the correct place to close the fingers to complete the apparatus difficulty. She will be disappointed with that.
Natalya
But
Usova.
each showing on the carpet teaches the gymnast something,
Final score 20
and she'll be able to take this experience and work on it back in the training gym. So score is in, it's 20.5.
And that's
And as you can see, that reflection of just losing the apparatus 2 times out of the carpet. Now, as you can hear from the reaction in the audience, gymnast who is about to perform in front of a home crowd. The all-around gold medalists from this weekend, just 15 years old. From the People's Republic of China, it's Wang Qi. Great routine there from Wang Qi, starting off her finals really strongly. And the audience loved it. She just looks so comfortable on the floor. Give her hoop a little kiss there. Shows that she is really happy with how that routine went. And there's a risk. Throwing out of sight on the walkover with the triple roll underneath. Beautiful extension and amplitude within those turning split leaps in the back bend. Again, catching out of sight on the rotation without hands. There's an axis of the hoop around the head and neck on the rotation. So with the apparatus difficulty, you need to have 3 components in order to allow it to be countable. There was another axis where the hoop spinned around the neck. Gymnast was on the floor. And the axis was completed without hands, which then gives it 3 components in order to be counted. Wang Qi went into this final as the second highest qualifier with a score of 28.550. And the score is in. It's slightly down from qualification, but it's 27.9, which puts her at the top of this final as it stands.
And next, please welcome Liliana Lewinska, Poland.
下面出场的是波兰的运动员。
Next to take to the carpet is our all-around bronze medalist from this weekend. Gymnast represents Poland. It's Liliana Lewinska.
Quando cantavas eu sonhavas tu.
Great routine there from Liliana Lewinska. She is a favourite in the rhythmic gymnastics scene. At just 17 years old, she has such a maturity to her gymnastics and her choreography. What she does really well is hold those moments. It's almost like the moves that she completes never end because she's just living every single moment of her routine. She creates some really beautiful lines when she does her gymnastics. Really nice risk there. Throwing off the foot into the two rotations under the flight, passing through the hoop to make the catch. Again, passing through the hoop, trapping out of sight. Axis around the body on the rotation, fitting in those triple rolls to make the catch to finish her routine. She's actually coached by her mom, Christina Lewinska, an Olympic rhythmic gymnast herself. She competed at the Atlantic Summer Olympics in 1996. Her younger sister is also involved in rhythmic gymnastics, and it's just great to see the growth of the family.
Final score 27.50.
And the score is in. It's slightly up from qualification, which she'll be really pleased with. 27.5. Marianna will be hoping to hold on to that bronze medal spot, which she's just catapulted herself into.
下面出场的是来自俄罗斯的运动员。
And this is the final gymnast of our hoop competition. Now, in qualification, she scored 27.350. She will need to improve on that if she wants to get onto the podium. It's Arina Kovshova. Fantastic routine there from Arina Kovshova, representing Russia. And she really showed us there why she, on the national level, is the Russian all-around champion of 2026. It was a really exciting routine, lots of difficulty packed within that. The little rebound from the risk on the backward roll with the foot was really exciting. Here's one of those risks. Triple roll underneath the flight of the apparatus, catching into the second roll. Here's that rebound where she rebounded off her foot in the backward roll. The dynamic risk elements are one of her strengths as a gymnast. Spots the apparatus really well, lands perfectly for the catch, no adjustments. She actually made her international debut this year at Sofiia World Cup, where she took the 7th place all around. She was 4th in ball and 7th in the club's final, and she'll be looking to continue to build on that here in Beijing. So as I mentioned, her qualification score was 27.350. She will need a slight improvement as 27.5 is the bronze medal position at the moment. And she does just that, 27.9. And we'll just get confirmation of the final standings from our first final here in Beijing. So there you have it. She went straight into the lead. Arina Kovshova with 27.9. Wang Qi again with the same score, but in the silver medal position. And Sofiia Ilteriakova with 27.7, taking the bronze medal. Now, when there is a tie of scores, you have to look at the breakdown and whoever comes on top of the execution. And sometimes it goes to artistry too. They become the gold or silver position, just like it has happened here. So although all the components added together equaled this exact same score, you have to look at the breakdowns to see how we can decide gold, silver and bronze. But gymnasts are so close to each other. There's really are fine margins between them. 27.5, just 0.2 off the podium for Liliana Lewinska.